But I want to say on behalf of all of us here at the Little ALF, thank you so much for letting us be a part of your ministry. We love you guys, and we treasure the time that you come to be with us, and we hope that you receive as much as you give to us. We love you guys. So I'm going to turn this over to you, and like I said, little kids, there you're out.
Well, I would say we were doing it by age, but through the short straw. I don't know. I think maybe most of you guys know who we are. My name is Donna Bartlow. I have been with Rock Haven Ministries for 41 years, and I'm only 29. Works out so good. But so, my husband and I joined the mission right when we married. And we got to do 36 years of ministry together before the Lord took him home. So we have continued on. My youngest daughter, Kimmy, is now with our mission, and she'll talk a little bit if I don't take too much time. But what we're doing here this week, we brought what we call our SWAT team, which stands for Students Worthy and True. It's 13 to 18-year-olds, 13 to high school, I guess out of school, kids that want to volunteer at our camp. They do dishes, they clean, they help run the canteen, they help corral the kids, just anything that we ask them to do. And I'm amazed at the kids that we've had in the servant's heart that they have. We've been very blessed with the kids that the Lord has sent to our way. Most of these kids are kids who have come up through camp from the time of 8-year-olds and up. Some of them haven't, but the large majority of them have. And we are extremely blessed to be able to come up and partner with Brother Jimmy, because I said, I couldn't do this by myself. I mean, I couldn't do all these plans and stuff Brother Jimmy knows everybody. You know, I don't think we went anywhere that somebody didn't, Jimmy, So, but that helps us, and the kids, most of these kids are rural kids. We don't have a big, like Dallas, city. The closest is Harrison, what's the population of Harrison? Like, I don't even think so. I think it's like 12 to 15,000 maybe. It's but then our camp is in what I like to call the big city of Hasty. We have a post office. That's it. And the camp. We used to have a little store, but it closed down many moons ago. So, so it's a rural setting. So to bring them to something like this, I think it opens their eyes more to ministry and different ways that they can help people. So I know that, excuse me, I have a allergy issue here. But I'm extremely lucky, blessed to be able to continue to work with this group of people and these kids. This year is our youngest group we've ever brought. I've got 13 to 16. I have one 16-year-old. The rest of them are 13 and 14, and maybe one 15. But the 13-year-olds, the twins, if you see them running around, you can tell. They almost look like triplets because their brother, who's a year and a half older, looks just like them. But the twins, when we went to church with their parents when they were born, so I said they've thrown up on me, and now I'm bringing them to mission trips. When they threw up when they were babies. I said, you can't throw up on me now. So that to me, that just really blesses my heart to see these kids that I knew in church when they were babies to grow up, to come to camp, to work, and want to be part of this program, and to carry on that. So they have an older brother and sister who I believe were both in the program as well. I think Jacob was with a different director, and then Bailey was with us. So that whole family of 5 kids are all going to go through our SWAT program. So that's really cool. And a blessing. But anyway, the other 2 that are here, because I don't want to take away from their time. And at the end, if you have questions, and we have time, please feel free to ask them. I have two people with me that are going to speak. Austin's going to share first. Austin is new to our ministry. Well, he is and he's not. I said I've known Austin since he was born. I knew his mom, his grandma, his great-grandpa, and mom. So we've known the family for a long time. But he was in the SWAT program when he was a teenager. And he has come to join our mission and to help in the kitchen and with SWAT in different areas where he can help. So he's going to talk to you about that. And then Kimmy is my baby, and she came back and joined the mission. She went out, she fought the Lord for a while, went out and worked for Walmart in their home office. Yeah, I threw her under the bus, she said. But the Lord brought her back, and she is our media person at our mission, makes all our brochures, does all our Facebook, whatever else, Chappy, Natty, Stappy, whatever. Anyway, you know I don't do it because I have Facebook and that's as far as I can go. Yeah, so digital. But anyway, so I'm going to let them speak, and then if you have questions afterwards when we have time, because last time I took all the time and I got in trouble, so I shall be quiet now.
So what year did you become a SWAT? 19?
Came here SWAT in 2019. I don't remember what year I officially started SWAT. I mean, I was 13 or 14, right? But yeah, I went through SWAT. I came here on a trip with that group. I guess I kind of served through the ranks a little bit. I was in SWAT, and then I went to cabin leader, assistant, and then cabin leader out at our camp and stuff. And had a few years where I fought with the Lord and struggled with my faith, and tried to ignore the calling I felt in my life. But as some people know, that calling just gets louder the more you try to ignore. And I decided, I was tired of running from that. And so now I'm semi-officially a volunteer with Rock Haven Ministries, and I've applied before the board, and hopefully, Lord willing, I'll be accepted, and then I'll start raising support and hopefully become an associate missionary with them and do more and more, and get heaven crowded even more. But that's about all I got to say. Well, the thought is I'll help run the kitchen, because that torch is probably going to get handed off soon, actually. And it's not something that I'm shy of doing. I enjoy cooking, actually. I wouldn't say it's good. Some people do. But yeah, and outside of that, I help a lot with the maintenance director. I do a lot of groundskeeping with him and maintenance type stuff. And although a lot of times I just do it on voluntold to do.
You currently work for Walmart in their automotive department.
Yes.
But you're working to get transferred to what other department at Walmart?
Oh, I am hopefully getting transferred to the Walmart deli, because that's going to help me. That doing that every day, cooking, cleaning in a kitchen setting is, in my thoughts, going to help me long term at the camp, because that's something I'm going to be practicing every day. I'm going to get reestablished with, because I used to be a manager at Taco Bell, so I'm really not shy to cooking and being in a kitchen. But yeah, that's about all I got. I'm not a man of many words.
I would disagree with that. I spent a week with him. So.
Well, yes, I'm Kimmy. I've been at Rock Haven Ministries since I was born, but I have officially been there since 2022. I think I got accepted by the mission. I worked for Walmart for about 10 years in their corporate department for their philanthropy. So,
And she did not
philanthropize? No, I did not.
Get none of that Walmart money.
No, I can tell you how to get Roundup money if you need it, but no, I have a lot of connections there still, which help us at camp too. But I am the communications director at Rock Haven Ministries. I also now, since I have become supported enough to leave Walmart, which I left in May of last year, I now head up registration as well. So getting us a new registration system was all of last summer. Helping the parents learn it this year is this summer. But it's really helped us on the back end and things like that. I really enjoy pulling the camp and the rest of the ministry into newer things, so we can stay evergreen and not be so traditional that we fall behind. I'm trying to say that politely. But we're teaching Canva, basically. It's very small steps. But I've really enjoyed getting to do that because registration lets me have a lot of FaceTime with parents, a lot of FaceTime with kids. I get to learn a lot of names. And then in the summers, I am wherever they need me. I found out 2 days before camp started last year that I was leading music for the entire month. That was pretty rad. I've did registration. I help with SWAT. I do whatever they need me to do. And so that's really fun. And that brought on, because I just have to have stuff to do. I thought I wasn't busy enough, and I wanted to start a new branch of our ministry at camp, which is reaching a group that were college students. So me, Austin, fought with the Lord in those years of our life. And it's because even though we were raised in camp, in church, a very good people surrounding us, we went to college and we didn't have that foundation. So I felt like camp was losing a lot of our volunteer teens who had just come to camp. We were losing them once they went to college, because college it's rough to stand truth to what you believe in. You're told, this is a biblical truth, it's not a biblical truth. Or you're told, if you have biblical truth, you're a bigot, you don't love people, and that's not true. And so I had a heart for that, but then on the second hand of that, I felt like we use our college kids a lot, but we don't feed them. And so from that, I spoke with our team, and they allowed me to come up with the Foundation Fellowship. I thought I'd have about 3 to 6 teens come and just have their version of camp. They're graduated as campers, but something that was a deeper than just one service and a retreat. Let's have something where you have group discussion after you have like a sermon series or something like that. We actually had our first one a couple weeks before we came up here, and the Lord blessed us to have 12. We had about 14 to 16 who planned to come, but we had some weather issues, so it was so successful that we're going to have another one in September, and we've actually extended it by a day. And there has been a lot of good feedback. A lot of them say, this is what I need. I don't have anyone to connect with at college. This helps me keep connected. Or, I was afraid to talk to my friends at college. How can I pull them into camp and show them, hey, this is my foundation, and get them involved as well, or things like that. So really excited for that. That's my newest big push thing, is the Foundation Fellowship. We talk about it all the time. I'm trying to rope Jimmy to come next year and talk with the kids. But the only other thing I can update y'all on is last year when I spoke with you all, I was raising support. I still am, but the Lord has blessed me because it's hard for me. I want to do stuff for everyone who supports me. So I talked with Jimmy about that last year, and he said, have you ever thought about helping these small churches in your area with social media? And I said, that's weird. They don't want that. And then my friend Wiley from a small church, he's young, but he's trying to bring his church into the current century. Evergreen. That's a Walmart word. You got that for free. But he wants to make them evergreen and have more of a footprint online. And he said, we've prayed about it. You're the person who runs the camps. Would you be interested? And we'd support you every month. And they doubled my support by doing that. So I've enjoyed doing it. It stretches me. I've got a lot of feedback from the community because it's a church that my dad and mom have been a part of for a long time. So that's been really exciting too. And if I have a couple more seconds, I was gonna, yeah. So, praise the Lord. We talked about a rec center last time we were there, the Tim Bartlett Recreation Center. That is finished. Well, finished. We've got a couple last details we're gonna add. We're moving our entire canteen there. We always had a basketball court, but we didn't have a covered basketball court. So if it rains, it's really sunny and hot, They have a nice space. We've used that part of it, but now we'll have bathrooms there and the canteen there. They've built a loft that we're not sure how we'll use it, but we're excited for the opportunity. We have a dedication service for that coming up April 18th. So that is finished. So thank you for your prayers on that. And camp's going to be buzzing starting as soon as we get back. We've got a ladies retreat, youth retreat, and then we have rentals from May to July, and then July we have our 4 weeks of camp. So just pray for all of us because it's a lot of work, but we're happy to do it. But I think that's everything I needed to hit. Yes. So if y'all have any questions or anything, that's why they made me go last, because they said I had to answer all of them. Yeah, what's up?
How many kids do you usually have at camp?
So COVID hit us hard. So we slumped down. It used to be closer to 300. Then we bounced to about 200 after COVID, and now we've bounced back up to like 250. So it's a slow increase. That's why you'll notice our kids, this is the youngest group we've had. It's because we missed so many in COVID. A lot of them didn't have the want to go to camp because they didn't do it when we were closed. So right now we're about 250, but that's with 4 weeks of camp. So we average 70-ish a week on our 4 weeks.
What's the cost for a student?
Yes, so we are still at $125 a week. That is with every meal, all the sleeping. That's for teen week, that is 5 nights, and all the other weeks, that is 4 nights. We do not require payment if you can't afford it. We've never turned away a child. We've never gone in the red for that reason either, but that was the big reason we became a camp, was because we were in one of the poorest areas of Arkansas. And so we wanted to not only make sure it was very low, but we wanted to make sure that any child who wanted to come had the ability. So we use our scholarship fund quite a bit too. Yes, Austin was a beneficiary of that. The young man, we've had other young men, our maintenance director, his church would pay the scholarship program knowing that he would use it, so it goes a long way.
So you have RV hookups. If you have folks who are traveling,
We
they
do.
can come by and stay for a little bit?
Yes, so we do have RV hookups if you want to volunteer and you want to stay in your RV while you volunteer. We love that. How many do we have, Austin? Is it 4? Austin would live there for a while. 4 hookups. It's very nice down there. It's secluded. It's got its own shower area and all that good stuff as well. So if you don't have a bathroom or anything like that in your RV, it's just a little camper, that's okay too. We've got all that covered. We also have laundry down there now. That's right. I forgot about that. So it's all got all the hookups you need down there for sure. And if you'd like to volunteer, we always take volunteers.
What could people do? Like these people? What?
As volunteers or what? So we have lots of things you can volunteer for. Mainly, the biggest amount of volunteers we always have are cabin leaders. So a cabin leader is kind of a den mother. You have anywhere from 10 to 14 kids, you and another co-leader. We never put you by yourself or anything, but you could be a cabin leader. We have cabin leaders who go from 18 years old all the way up to 65 years old. Probably older than that if I was thinking about it, but basically you're with the kids, you're pouring into the kids as much as you can, and you're with them all the time. We need help in our kitchen. As Austin stated, Austin is currently still working for Walmart, so even when he joins the mission, he said maybe he's gonna be fine. Even when he joins the mission, he will not be able to help us as much until he starts to gain more support, because all of us are faith supported. So we need volunteers to help Bonnie from Tuesday to Thursdays, because he's only off Monday, Fridays, during camp. And she cooks for all those kids, 3 different meals. So we need help there. Dishwashers, you could help do housekeeping. Valerie would just be tickled pink if someone would help her clean rooms. We always need speakers. Musicians would be wonderful. Please don't make me do that again. Usually we need 3 weeks worth of musicians. The last week we led our SWAT program. That's something that they do. They lead the music usually, so it's just a lot of, if you want to herd 13 to 18-year-olds, you can do that for me too. Stuff like that, but yeah, musicians is good. Just about anything you can think of, lifeguards, if you just want to come and lifeguard for 4 weeks. Mission speakers who just feel like they want to come and speak, maybe recruit other people to go with them. Just hang out and pour into kids, that's also great. Anything you can think of. We also have, so if you're a speaker, you get one of our nicer rooms downstairs. The cabins are air conditioned, I'll say that too. But speakers have their own rooms. Oh, they're just window units, 2 window units, but yeah, when I was there, these kids are yuppies. I know. They nailed the fans and everything, so now we have air conditioning. I know. Bunch of yuppie kids, but I know. And then they didn't even turn them on our last retreat, and I was like, that's ludicrous, but that's fine.
So if you have children and would like to go up, your children can attend camp while you volunteer.
Yes, and you don't have to stay in the cabin with them. If you want to say, I want to be here, but I want to be here at a distance and let them have it, you can do that. Again, you could also be a cabin leader. We would love that. And then we have people do that all the time. About every year, we have someone who goes, well, my kid will use the Kolb twins. The Kolb twins have been coming here, like Mom said, since they were born. Their mom always works in the kitchen 1 week. And it was usually a week that one of the kids correlated with, so she could be here with them. Our nurse did that for a long time. He just graduated out of the program. Her son did, so now she can just come whenever, I guess. But yeah, that is definitely a thing. Nurses are also a thing we'd love. Camp nurses, we usually have 1 or 2, but our usual one also teaches at the college, so she's kind of has to be in and out for that, and stuff like that. You were going to say something more?
The unique thing about our ministry and our camp is that we have several on full-time staff, but none of us get paid. We've had people come before that think, oh, y'all get paid all summer for it. No, none of the full-time staff get a paycheck. We do this because this is our ministry. This is what we love. Also, the scholarship program is unique because when they started this in 1930 something, the lady who started was a lady. She said, I mean, it was like, I think it was $3 the first year to go to camp. And there was a gentleman who didn't have the money, a kid didn't have the money, and she said, no, we're not kicking anybody, we're not keeping anybody from God's work. So he came, and years later, he was on our board. He is a business owner who helps us out from time to time. So, God repays those dividends of it. And so that's always been our policy, and I pray to the Lord that it is always the policy of Rock Haven that money is not an issue. We just want to serve the kids.
Yeah, and the scholarship program is not like a larger camp one where you have to fill out a lot of paperwork and show financial need. If a parent says, I can pay half, I can pay none, no questions asked, we help them. The only stipulation is if your child's already come once on scholarship, we wait to make sure that we have enough bunks. And then we usually allow that child to come because it's not usually an issue, but on our middle weeks, our last week gets a little fuller. So that's always been something that's cool.
So this Rock Haven Ministries is what's called a faith-based ministry, and that all of their missionaries raise their own support. They build relationships with individuals and churches who donate to their ministry as their financial support. Miss Donna is one of our missionaries. We support her monthly. A part of what you give helps to support Miss Donna, that makes her available to do what she loves to do. And it's man, I'm gonna tell you, there's nothing quite like it. But and then there's others that he will be a bivocational until such a time as he can raise support. So it's a very sacrificial, faith-based effort. But the Lord has always met the needs and exceedingly and abundantly. And you guys have been a part. How many years did we bring the band?
Golly.
I mean, we used to bring the entire worship
Forever.
team and the
Felt like a long
camp
time.
pastor and
It was great.
It was mayhem. It was
I have
mayhem.
many videos from that time that
Stitch,
pop
all
up
those
every now
young
and then.
knuckleheads you helped raise up, oh, I'd haul them up there, and we'd roll in, and it was like the Beatles.
Oh, gosh. It was
Am I lying?
bad. No. I told the
Those
kids that
Arkansas kids
exact
would
sentence
lose
in
their
the car,
mind.
yeah.
They were being asked for autographs. I mean, the Texas boys, oh, it was just mayhem.
I'll tell you.
Good times.
And they didn't enjoy that attention at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. But yeah.
But, so, again, you know, part of what you give, you know, we say it every Sunday, part of what you give is making a life-changing difference in Hasty, Arkansas. When I first met them, I met a part of their team up in Kansas City, and they said, hey, would you consider coming being our mission speaker? And I said, okay. I said, well, where are you guys at? And he goes, Hasty, Arkansas. And I said, no, they said Hasty, and I said, well, where's that? They said, well, it's outside Harrison. And I go, well, where's that? They go, in Arkansas. I said, well, that I know. But yeah, so, man, yeah, there's wonderful opportunities, and they're flexible, and it's a beautiful part of the world. You can go and serve, and you're, what, 30, 40 minutes from Branson?
Closer to an hour. Just
Okay.
depends on traffic,
But
but
you
yeah.
know, you can work in a little R&R.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Best place to go.
any other questions? Are the kids coming? No, not yet. No? Okay. Keep going.
We had 2 campers last year who came from your church that we
Yes.
enjoyed.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll have them back, or 1 or 2 or more.
We need to send some more of them.
Yes, we enjoyed them immensely. If you do have campers who are interested in coming to us, you can talk to me. I know I can get you guys registration or brochures. We'll start sending those out soon. Our theme is going to be Get Up and Go, which is a prairie theme about, it's going to be about Abraham and that chunk of life of, wandering around like he was supposed to do. But it'll be really fun to do that. I don't know what else you want me to
So,
say, Uncle
my
John.
first experience with Rock Haven, I drive up to Hasty, and I pull down into the camp, and they're just out there doing stuff. And the first guy I see is probably 18, curly blonde hair. He's wearing a pair of overalls with one unfastened, with no shirt.
Yep.
He has his pant legs rolled up to his knees and is barefoot. And I thought, the stereotype is true. And they were playing a game called Mountain Ball, which is basically kickball with no rules.
That's what it
They
is.
just run. They just run. And I tell you what, it was the most throwback experience of my life.
He was just missing the banjo and you'd
And
have been
yeah,
right in the
oh yeah,
sticks.
and it was. But I'm going to tell you what, it was life changing for me. I have made lifelong friends, and you guys have made a world of difference in that little patch of Arkansas, and I am so glad that I've gotten to be a part of its history, and that ALF gets to be a part of its history. And so yeah, there's a lot of opportunities if you ever wanted to try and work some things around it. They're always open.
Yeah, and if you are interested in volunteering, I can get you an application.
And
And
we've got a couple of young missionaries here that could use your support.
hey,
And as your pastor, I once was a faith-based missionary, and so it goes, well, I can't afford to give a lot. Well, we just need anyone to give something, because a lot of people giving a little ends up being a lot. So if you ever had an interest in supporting a young missionary, there's a couple here. You can talk to them. And if you ever wanted to support a more seasoned missionary, but it's a worthy investment.
established.
So they're good stuff. All right. Well,
And if you want to know more history about the camp, you can go to rockhavenministries.org. I have it all typed up there.
oh, did you put it on?
Yeah, it's on there. You can learn about from when our first mission director, she came down, and it was a missions trip.
Rudy
She came from Moody. Yeah, she came from Moody, and basically our camp slash the whole mission was basically started because a whole bunch of, I say a bunch of ladies because I'm partial, but a large group of ladies and some men saw a need in Arkansas in that area, and it's a really cool story. I'm a third generation there, but I can't remember all the dates and stuff, so it's all there if you want to see it. I'm gonna leave now.
All right, you get up and say good.
Do a jig.
They're not coming?
Are you sure?
Maybe not.
I just got it.
I don't know. Well, they hadn't let them loose, so.
Oh, there's some still painting? Okay. So, before you leave, we really could use your help filling eggs. So grab those, and if you could bring them Sunday, that would be glorious. We can have them brought back as late as about 5:30 next Wednesday. So remember.